getting so sick and tired of these people that are voting for Kamala Harris getting in my comments talking about, I feel so sad that you're voting against democracy. I am so disappointed in you because you're voting for Trump. Feel disappointed for yourself because you haven't taken the time out to do adequate research about who you're voting for. And then you want to try to guilt trip me, make me feel bad because I'm not voting for her. I don't owe you or Kamala Harris my vote because I'm black. I am voting for a candidate whose policies align with my beliefs. Period. Do not get in my comments talking about you feel sorry. I feel sorry for you because you only repeat sound bites that you've heard off the internet. You only repeating sound bites. You're not repeating actual facts. Matter of fact, you don't have facts. And I know how y'all don't have facts because soon as I say something that's educated, that has information, that has cited information that you can Google, you laugh because you don't have a rebuttal. So go sit your uneducated, you don't know anything about politics at all, you haven't done any research, and then you in my comments. Get the fuck out of my face.
I'm with it. I'm 100% with it. And let me give a lot of these women a lot of credit because I know that we hold a lot of women accountable because the overwhelming majority of the people that are voting for Kamala Harris, when you break it down by segment, when you're starting to group people off, which is divisive in itself, and one of the reasons why I absolutely don't like Obama because he thinks that he can divide and conquer, which is normal because that's what Democrats have been doing for the majority of the time. But they think that they're going to leverage women against us. And I think that there's a lot of women that deserve credit because not all of them is running over there to the Democratic Party. It's a lot of them that actually have done the research that is aligned with us, and not just black women, white women. It's a lot of women out here that's doing the research, doing the work, and getting to it. So let me give some of these women credit like this because they are not drinking the Kool-Aid and they are no longer a part of the Democratic plantation. And they're not just going to ignorantly vote based off of identity politics because it didn't work for your parents. It didn't work for your grandparents. It didn't work for your great grandparents. It's not going to work for you. As a matter of fact, if you start to pay attention to group economics and demographics and how people are segmented, we are worse off if you just want to look at it from that lens than we've ever been before. But we've had more democratic policies and more Democrats play a larger role in our lives than ever before, especially if you're under the age of 40. Households are more divided. More people are having children out of wedlock. So much for reproductive rights. I just was having a conversation yesterday or the day before yesterday where I was so surprised that women was telling me that in their childhood, they didn't know anybody who didn't get a deletion. That's insane to me. And so, obviously, because I'm a person that, lives in a certain space or was raised in a certain environment to where I was raised with more conservative values, even though my family still vote Democrat, we still operate with conservative values. I haven't been privy to that information. I'm a man. I got three brothers, no sisters. I'm not familiar with the fact that, and I'm just now learning at 42 years old that there are women, a lot of women, that most women at some point that come from urban environments got a deletion and multiple. And that's one of the reasons why they can't even have kids today, some of them. And so we like to blame things on so many different people instead of looking in the mirror, but we control our own fate. We freer than we ever been. And when we get the opportunity to choose for ourselves, we choose wrong. And you're not even independent. You just straight up Democrat. And that's crazy to me because that means that you can't even think for yourself. You can't see for yourself. I don't want to live in environments where the government got more and more control over me. I don't want to live in an environment where the government, who is wasteful, and the majority of these people are lifetime politicians, can tell me what to do with my money, can tell me what I should be doing when it comes to determining what's best for my family, can tell me how I'm supposed to be raising my children, can tell my children what books that they're supposed to read and what kind of lifestyle that they're supposed to be living, and not just teaching them the fundamentals so that they can think for themselves. I don't want to live in that type of space. I don't want to live in a space where our politicians like Kamala Harris can tell me, oh, we can do both, but we doing less for the people here in the United States of America and more for the people that's overseas. Man, I just found out that Ukraine got another stipend, another injection of money, and we don't get a say in that. We don't get to determine that. Oh, it's just happening. Man, some of the information that's coming across my desk right now from people locally here in Michigan and people outside of the state is insane. And the reason that I haven't reported it yet is because I need to do my due diligence. Similar to what this woman is saying right now, I got to do my due diligence and I got to do the legwork to validate it to be accurate, because I have a pretty large platform, which means I have a greater responsibility to ensure that we're getting straight to the money and we getting straight to the facts, right? So, you know, don't feel sorry for us because we not voting for Kamala Harris. If you've watched that CNN town hall, which we are going to review that on the Millionaire Morning Show for this Friday, if you watched that CNN town hall, then the reason that I voted early is not only to ensure that I had the capacity, because I'm a very, very, very busy person, but like, for example, I'm in Romania right now, and I'm gonna be traveling throughout the United States and overseas and stuff like that because I got a lot of obligations from a business perspective. If you haven't watched that town hall, if you have the capacity, or you just work your 40 hours, or you go to work every day or whatever, and you're not even really doing the deep dives and the research to understand exactly what happened throughout her and Biden's administration for these policies and things like that, and you just letting them say anything to you and not actually substantiate their argument, then I feel sorry for you. It shouldn't be the other way around. I feel sorry for the people that's okay with you paying more taxes, you making less money. You can't even, it's people, listen how ignorant this is. There are people that can't even provide for themselves, that when they go to the grocery store, they have to make sacrifices. I don't even have to make sacrifices. Regardless of who win this election, I'm up no matter what. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna be even more up, because then that means that I got another 4 years to criticize Kamala Harris. I win no matter what. So I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for my daughter. I'm doing this for the people that come after me. And I feel so bad for people that go to the grocery store, have to make the sacrifice, but then they go in there in that ballot booth and they still, you know what I'm saying, filling out the thing for Kamala Harris. That's crazy to me. You're voting against your own best interest for the person that's basically leading you into hell, and they have no moral compass. And the only thing that they can sit there and tell us, which is false, is that I don't like Donald Trump because he is A, B, and C, which is completely a lie and a completely bad narrative. So, yeah, don't feel sorry for me, feel sorry for you, because the people that are informed are making better decisions. And we trying to make the better decision for America and for everybody. And so a lot of times we got to drag you out of your ignorance, and y'all never appreciated, even in hindsight, the fact that you had a very great president that really wanted the best for America, and Donald Trump. And we can compare. It's not even like we can't compare and contrast. We can look at what happened in his 4 years versus their 3.5, almost 4 years, and it's not even close. It's not even close. We don't even have to go off of proposed policies. We can just go off the history, and it's clear who's the better candidate for the United States of America. But this is where we at. This is where we at. So, yep, we got a fight on our hands, but we definitely fighting. And if you love this country and you love your children and you love your unborn grandchildren, then obviously it's a clear distinction between the two of who you should be voting for president of the United States of America, and it's Donald Trump. And shout out to the ladies that's woke up, the small minority of us based off of the demographics and the polls that say that it's only a small percentage, but the people that still voting based off of identity politics, it's ignorant, it's stupid, and in a lot of instances, it's prejudice and it's racist. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, Teach Henley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off of life. And then get your tickets to come and kick it with me in person. Discount code Anton, that's in the description also. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I can't wait to kick it with y'all.